Hello there, adventurers, and welcome to Wally DM. Today we're going to take a look at a trap/puzzle. Our adventuring party has either fallen down a sliding trap or a covered pit or something of that nature. Maybe a bad guy pulled a lever. But regardless, they have fallen into a room and there's one door that has no handle, no keyhole, and they got to get out of it. But they need to hurry up because we're going to set a timer and the room is starting to fill with sand. So in this puzzle, it's escape from the encrypted sand crypt. So in this puzzle, our three adventuring party members have fallen into a trap, and the trap has put them into this room here. Now this could be a covered pit trap that they all fell in at once. Maybe an evil bad guy pulled a lever and the entire floor gave way. Maybe also with a couple of goblins or other creatures. Maybe they came sliding through the wall here, and then the walls magically sealed back up so they can't get back through or climb back up this sliding trap. Regardless, that's up to the DM as how they did access this room. But let's just look over the general contents. Now, the entire floor of this room is covered with sand, just a very thin layer of sand, and we'll get back to that in just a little bit. There's an iron door to the north, and this door does not have any handles or keyholes on it. To the right of the iron door is a steel cabinet, approximate size, and this steel cabinet has a keyhole. Also in this room are three cadavers. They're three dead humans that looks like they have been here for a while. And that is pretty much the layout of the room. Now, up to you as the DM, whenever they want to start this. Maybe you start it now, but this entire room is going to slowly start filling up with sand. Sand is going to start coming out of the walls. It's going to come from the ceiling, wherever your imagination takes it. But the sand is going to start piling up. And now the party members, if we are using a timer, now have a timer or an hourglass. Now they have to get out of this room before it fills all the way up with sand. So let's take a look at a few things. The way that I'm going to run this puzzle is I'm going to have each cadaver have a piece of it that they're going to need. So maybe this cadaver here will have a bag, and inside the bag will be the key to unlock this cabinet. Now, of course, the thief can try to pick locks or open the lock some other way, or maybe a strong barbarian just rips the cover off of the cabinet. Whichever, and regardless, that's up to you as the DM. I wouldn't make that trap. They're in for enough as it is. But regardless, this cadaver over here is going to have the key to open the cabinet. Now this cadaver over here and this cadaver over here are going to have inscribed, maybe using their fingernails, maybe using a dagger, and maybe not even inscribed. I'm thinking about maybe inscribed into the wall, and the party members have to, since the sand is falling down the wall, they kind of have to wipe the sand away and get a good look at it. But you could also, maybe in their pocket, they have a piece of paper and this is written out on it. But there are two clues. And we're going to get to these two clues here in just a second. But let's take a look at this cabinet, because the cabinet is the key to getting out of this room. Now once the party opens the cabinet, they're going to see something similar to this. This is a 9-digit numeric keypad, and as you can see, it has a letter W with an equal sign, and then this right here will actually have a number in it, and it looks like it's a rotating number. So right now, it's set at 00. Now if one of the party members press a number, let's say they press the number 5, this will change to the number 5. Now once they press that number, the number sticks in and they are not able to press it anymore. So the number 5 is stuck in, it cannot be popped back out, and it cannot be pressed again. So now let's say they press the number 8. If they press the number 8, this will appear, the number 13. If they press the number 9, the number 22 will appear, and now all three of these numbers are stuck in. They cannot be popped out and they cannot be pressed again. Now let's say they press the number 7. All 4 numbers will pop back out, and the timer will reset to 00. And the door will not open. You may have this figured out already, but if you don't, let's take a look at the 2 clues that either the skeletons had on them, or the cadavers had on them, or maybe they etched into the walls with their fingernails or their dagger or their knife. This was the original clue that I had thought of, and that is they inscribed the word sand, S-A-N-D, with 4 numbers below it. And up to you as the DM, this may be enough for your players to solve the puzzle. Or you may decide to include a couple other clues like this. Maybe this cadaver over here inscribed the word bet, B-E-T, with the numbers 2, 5, and 20. And this cadaver over here inscribed the word alpha with the numbers 1, 12, 16, 8, and 1. So with the information given, and this room filling up with sand, and the player's time running out, do you have enough information to solve the puzzle? Press the correct 4-digit code and unlock the door. Did you get it? All right, let's take a look. Now, it is very important that every time a number is pressed in, that number stays pressed in, so the players cannot duplicate pressing any numbers. Now, if they enter the correct 4-digit code, the door will open. If they enter the incorrect 4-digit code, every time the numbers will pop back out and the counter will reset. Now, the correct solution for the puzzle is actually the alphabet. So in the alphabet, A is the first letter, L is the 12th letter, P is the 16th letter, H is the 8th letter, T is the 20th, and so on. So in the alphabet, W would actually be the 23rd letter in the alphabet. So to solve the puzzle and open the door, the players need to press 4 numbers that add up to 23. So if they press the number 7, they'll get a 7. The number 8 will change this to 15. If they press the number 5, the counter will change to number 20. And the 4th digit, if they press the number 3, they get the number 23, which W is 23. And where they're at in here, the door will open, and they will be able to escape the sand trap room. So that was our puzzle, Escape from the Encrypted Sand Crypt. And oddly enough, that was puzzle number 23 in the series, and the answer to the puzzle is number 23. So the players just need to figure out that W is the 23rd letter in the alphabet, and they have to press 4 numbers that equal 23 without repeating any of the numbers. So as a DM, however you decide to present the clues or what clues you present is totally up to you. In my campaign, I think I'm going to use one of the cadavers will etch bet into the side of the wall, and the other cadaver will inscribe alpha, and I'll present them to bet and alpha. Let the players switch it around, and they'll see alpha, bet, and solve it from there. Also, I think what I'm going to do too is those cadavers, I think I'm going to have their mouths full of sand and sand pouring out of their ears and things like that. So just a little bit of what's yet to come for the players before the trap actually kicks in and the room is filling with sand. And I'd also encourage too, make sure you throw some scorpions in there or some snakes or something like that. So, you know, the parties are like trying to, maybe the sand's coming down the wall and they're trying to wipe off the wall so they can see what the cadaver inscribed in there. And while they're doing that, a scorpion comes falling down, and or something really weird or what have you. But make it, they've got a timer because the room's filling up with sand. They've got a combat encounter with snakes or scorpions or skeletons even. Maybe the cadavers come to life. But totally up to you as a DM. Make it extremely challenging, but solvable for the players. And you don't even have to use sand. You could use water. The room could start filling with water. You could use green slime or an ochre jelly, or heck, make it molasses. You know, maybe they're given a couple waffles, you know, in the town they just left, and they fell into the trap. They've got waffles with them, and now the whole room is filling with molasses or syrup, and they're like, oh, this is great. And then they realize, oh, there's too much molasses and syrup, and they got to solve the puzzle, or else they're going to drown in Aunt Jemima. But anyway, something like that. So that's my puzzle. I want to say a really big thanks. I ran this by a couple people. I want to thank a big shout out to the DM group over at Slack. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the input and helping me make the puzzle not too hard but solvable. And also a big thanks to Clay at Terminally Nerdy YouTube channel. Make sure you check that out. He was a big help as well. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. That's my puzzle for you. Number one, what did you think of it? Is it something that you could use in your campaign? And if you're going to use it, is there something you'd change to make it any better? If you've used it already, how'd it go? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Let's discuss. And as always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And on to the next.